So you're going to feel a lot of like pulling, a lot of burning.
Yes.
The fascia, our fascial system is our largest sensory organ in the body, larger than skin. And it's larger because it has more sensory nerve endings. There's 250 million nerve endings in the fascial system. Fascia is 17% of our body weight. And fascia is really what holds us together. It's a system of tensional integrity. And the tensional is really important because we often talk about being like, not tight or something like that, but we actually need tension to keep us together. And so what we're really looking for is balance, no restrictions. And so that's what I'm looking with you is we have 360 joints that are connected by this fascial system. And if we can open up these joints, then we're not going to have any restrictions. If you can have no restrictions, you're going to feel very good, very able to move. So doing some twisting here, twisting the foot and the calf. Yeah. Try to stretch out this fascia, free his muscles, tissues. Because the fascial system is all one system, tensegrity, tensional integrity. No matter where we work, we're working everywhere. So by opening up this lower leg, we're opening up his whole body. And that's going to make it a lot easier as we continue to work through other parts. It'll already be a lot more open. So if we start where there's already probably some of the most patterns, because the feet have as much as 5 millimeters of fascia, which is like a tire. And he's on his feet, done a lot on his feet. Probably other people stepping on his feet. We want to open up some of these patterns down here. How are we doing here on the wrist?
Great.
Okay. So.
I'm actually feeling a little more in my shoulder.
Yep. You're feeling the connection.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have, oh, I can see your shoulders twitching and releasing. Yeah. So we have, it's like fractals. It's 1 to 2 to many. We'll have one joint, one massively mobile joint in the shoulder, a ball and socket joint that goes to a few joints, that goes to many joints in the hand. So we're really at the problem or at the source, and you feel the connection up the chain. We can get some more mobility here. We'll get more mobility in our elbow and the shoulder, neck and shoulders, and the rest of the body because it's all one system. Wherever you work everywhere. See how the knee is, knee extension. Pulling on the heel. That's good. Good rotation here. And here I can even see that his arm doesn't really want to lay flat. So I know that that elbow is a little bit locked. If the elbow doesn't really want to extend, then the shoulder is going to be pulled forward the shoulders pulled forward, it's going to put pressure and tension on the neck and the shoulders. That's what you originally came in for, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Feels really like restricted, like dry, like this, just a ton of patterns. And so the dryness kind of makes me think that there's just not as much elasticity. So we want to try to see if we can open up the fascia. Oftentimes, working on the feet this way for people can be some of the most intense work, but to remind ourselves that the feet are really our foundation. Our bodies are honestly built like the strongest buildings in the world. The strongest metals are on the bottom. The most sensory nerve endings, the thickest fascia, 3 arches, 33 joints. Our feet are built to move, to hold weight. And so it's intense, but I'm not going to break you. I'm not going to hurt you. You got to breathe. How are we doing, Grant?
Doing good.
Good.
I am breathing.
Good. So opening this up, when he stands up, he's going to have a better platform. His sensory nerves are going to be more fired. He's going to be able to feel his legs, his glutes. There'll be more movement in his feet. Because there's more movement in his feet, he'll have more movement in his hips. He'll be way harder to hit and able to hit a lot better. It's frightening. Opening up the hips. They're going to be a little more open because we've done all this work to his lower leg. Come in here, pull on the foot, almost pull that tibia towards the middle of his body while pushing the hamstrings and the adductors out. So, because I can feel that the fascia doesn't really want to move here, it's stuck. So I want it to move. So we're going to stretch it. And we can hang out there, move the lower leg. You can just sit with it, or you can add some movement into it. A lot of fascia right here behind the knee, close to behind the knee. Opening this up. Gonna give the knee better stability. This is very intense area. Just trying to be methodical here. Trying to be right on the edge. Or a system of tension, so it doesn't really make sense for you to tense while I'm working on adjusting the system. It's not that it's ineffective if you tense up when you're working on somebody, but we want to be ideal. We want quality. So really integrating a lot of our lower leg work here up into the hip. I'm just doing this nice and slow, putting the heel into the glute med TFL while slowly straightening, extending the knee. See if we can get some release and opening in the quad and the knee. Use our toe, our other thumb, the toe thumb. We're using our tools here. Getting this gladiator ready. We want to be bigger, we got to breathe bigger. All of this is going to be tied into the spine. We get this open, and we'll be able to open the spine better. Spine is the center of the universe. get the spine open, and we're ready. Yep, exactly. You won't be slow. So Grant mentioned that the inside of his right elbow has been kind of bothering him. So kind of taking that into account. And my hope is that opening up the hands, especially the elbows, these extensors here, opening up that will take some pressure off those flexors that are probably connecting to that medial epicondyle. There's clearly a lot going on here. Look at the shoulder here. It's definitely getting gooey. Gooey's dangerous. Nice. Get some twitches. She's got a lot of restriction along the spine. Anytime anybody has a spine that doesn't move very well, it's like, you know, you got a tense body. It's going to be hard to breathe. Take longer to recover. So just kind of body work, you start to realize you're like, oh man, it's like, it feels like everything's so stuck back there. I didn't realize. So really want to try to open up that spine. We know we got a lot in the arms. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Okay. Opening up the chest. Putting the back and the lat into a shorter position to help it release a little bit. Pull on the arm here. Nice. That feels like, it looks like it feels good. So we're just sliding along the fascia, along the bicep. Kind of connects to the shoulder, through the elbow. Wow, some rotation is happening in the spine. Trying to remember to move so my back doesn't get tight. I gotta breathe. So rotating the spine here. That lat, huge muscle, especially for him. So rotational muscle converges down into that lumbar dorsal fascia, integrates with the hips, keeping his arm into extension, making sure that he's not having any pain with that. Holding onto his leg to help with the rotation. Most people like this position they're not normally in, at least passively. Nice. Yep.
Oh,
I know, you hate me. I know. You're going to be real happy when you get up. Oh, look at that. That's really good.
Feels so much
Yeah,
better.
that's crazy. Does it feel to make a fist? Good. Yeah. Whole arm feel a lot looser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember I worked on you last time. You were like, I'm turning. It's like I'm a marshmallow. I'm like melting. That's what you say. I'm like melting.
Oh man.
Good.
Yes.
Stretch out the shoulders a little more. Deep breath. Exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. Whenever you're ready, maybe stand up, move around a little bit, and then.
Oh yeah, look at that. Rotational power.
Right?
It's the key.
Yep, you got it. Cool, man. Yeah, maybe tell them your
So
experience. Try not
so
to scare them away.
I would say
Like how did you feel walking in, and how do you feel now as far as movement goes? And
yeah. So walking in, I definitely felt a lot more restricted, and now I feel a lot more open, a lot more. My body feels like it's a lot more willing to move in the positions I want it to move in. Instead of like forcing it, it's just like okay, I'm comfortable here. I can move here. Um, Definitely feel like it's intense, but it's 100% worth the moments of intensity to feel the way I feel right now.
yeah, awesome.